Okay, Colette. What is up? What is up? What is up? We are going to review Tron. See, I I already wish it was that movie. I wish it was Tron Legacy. No, Tron Ares. Legacy was much, well, let's face it, better. This didn't deserve 10 years in development hell. I don't know what they were doing for those 10 years, but it wasn't making this movie. Um, Jared Leto was fine. The whole movie was fine. It wasn't a spectacle. It wasn't, oh my god, you have to go see it. But it wasn't horrible either. It wasn't like, and it wasn't like an instant classic. And it wasn't, oh my god, oh my god, this is the worst thing Disney's ever made. I don't see the people talking about it in the next 10 years. But hey, that that will definitely be something that oh my god, media will talk about, like the attention grabbers, we'll talk about for like a few minutes recently, in recent time. They'll talk about it like it's a big thing. They'll be doing it for clicks, basically, is what I'm gonna say. And I'm not here for that. This movie will slowly be forgotten. Jared Leto's performance in it, forgotten. I mean, he did a better job as a Joker. And that's saying something. I liked the fact that Jeff Bridges was in it. I liked the fact that it wasn't a multiverse. The program was built on on old code, and they acknowledged that movie. They acknowledged Tron. They acknowledged that it took place in the same movie universe because of the ending. I didn't like how it felt like they had pushed Tron Legacy to the side. Tron Ares may be a thing, but it's not going to get anything off the ground. The next one is going to come out. You watch. It will come out. People will forget about the ending. They'll do what they did with Charles Xavier being stuck in the bed in X-Men 3, where I'm the only one that still talks about that. I'm the only one who cares what happened to Professor X in the coma. There's going to be a guy like that on YouTube here. That's like, oh my god, we need to get a Tron Ares sequel, Tron Ares 2 Electric Boogaloo, going right away. But otherwise than that, it's perfectly forgettable. There was no reference to like a hidden program like in Kingdom Hearts. It wasn't. Ares the whole time felt like he could have been a bad guy. and that could have made a much more interesting movie. There is no after credit scene. There's a mid credit scene, but nothing after. Um, they don't kill the bad guy. I was surprised how he had to survive, and they killed his mother, which was, I don't know. I think Sam's gonna be pissed when he gets back in the next movie, which they already have planned. I guarantee. Again, either that or they're gonna come out with a video game, or knowing what actual society's been doing lately, a musical. Everything gets turned into a musical. Anyone knows that? Back to the Future is a musical now. I mean, for a while there was a video game. When I was young, it was a cartoon. Now it's a musical. Just a little side tangent, but I think the Tron story, if they don't already have it set up, they definitely will when they see that the media loves it for some reason. So, I give the movie a 3 because there were parts I enjoyed. I enjoyed the beginning, just like in Valerian. It had a cool beginning. And Disney, just a minor note for Disney here. Everybody else can zone out, do whatever. If you have to put a seizure warning at the beginning of the movie, at the end, I'm sorry, you have made a bad movie. It is not family friendly. Don't be angry at the consumer when they don't want to see your movie. If you made the movie that stupid that they're walking out Holmes and Watson style, that is not good. I don't know how they're going to re-air this because it does come with a warning. I made it all the way through, but I can see some less fortunate people not being as lucky. I don't care if it denies them culpability. They shouldn't have put, if they're aware of that, they shouldn't have put as many strobes in this movie. Just a minor thought, just a minor aside again, which I know you have the story set up. I know you have a general idea of where you're going this time. It wasn't like Tron Legacy where it felt like you had no idea where you were going. So make the next one actually watchable by people like me in a chair. What do you say? I mean, I'm not saying give it the impossible treatment. I'm not saying make it TV movie. You can still do what you did with Tron Legacy and we'll be fine. But that lost it a couple points right there. That they had to put that in the beginning. I mean, the actual beginning of the story was a fine montage, but once you get past the montage, there is almost no reference to any of the other Tron movies till the very end. A lot of red, meaning a lot of bad guys. I did enjoy the fight sequences though, but even then, that started getting old. I mean, the fight sequences were awesome, but if you feed me nothing but ice cream, you're gonna get sick of the ice cream. Um, I was like, hey, look, another fight sequence, and then by the end, it was like, Mom was like, another fight sequence. Whoop de doo. Um, I'm gonna enjoy seeing what an old Evan Peters looks like because if they don't bring back if they don't bring back the bad guy from this one, they made it so they have to do that, or else it's not going to make sense. Um, like I said, I liked him as a character. I liked that they tried to. We compared it to the Great and Powerful Oz. It kind of looks like Oz, but not really. I mean, yeah. I'm being kind of hard on it because I loved Tron Ares. I mean, Tron Legacy, not Ares. Ares is this movie. Legacy was much, much better. Um, I'm glad in a way they didn't drag it down with it, but like when they made that tree, when they made that tree, like yeah, when they made the tree, I was like that's awesome. I wondered if she was gonna work for Evan Peters' character. There was that mystery the whole time, and I did enjoy that. They didn't tell you right up front where they were going with it, but you kind of knew that the tree was going to be important, and that they didn't focus too much on what his her the main lady's sister was dying of, or but they did make it clear that they were friends at one point. So yeah, that's that I did like. There was backstory. It wasn't like these characters were doing nothing. Um, there wasn't too much reference of Beck, the cartoon that they had back in the 2000s, which I don't know how I feel about that, but I did enjoy that there wasn't too much homework. You didn't have, you weren't expected to know this stuff. You weren't expected to play the video game, to play the other video game, to watch the cartoon, to play Kingdom Hearts. Although I would have loved a reference to Organization 13. I'm just that kind of nerd. I've been telling you people, for those that are new here, they've been setting up a Kingdom Hearts movie, or at least have a decent story of that, for years now. That's just a minor tinfoil hat thing I always have going. Um, yeah, I would have liked to have seen that movie more than this. I would have loved to have seen a Kingdom Hearts movie versus Tron Ares, or whatever they're gonna call Part Two. I would have loved to have seen National Treasure actually continue. I watched the whole show. I never did that review. Still have to do it. Um, Long story for those that are new. But I would have loved to have seen the National Treasure versus what they did with Tron here. I mean, the car chase, and another thing is the movie never slowed down. It always seemed to be in high gear, like boom, 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 boom. We have to do something, or else we'll lose your attention. And if you're scared of that the whole time, again, you haven't made a wonderful movie. Um, you got a couple jokes about him liking Depeche Mode, and that's as slow as this movie got. Um, it felt very much like the first Transformers movie, where they were just trying to set up stuff and throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. Um, I'm glad to see again that Ares wasn't a bad guy. That the trailers were a bit misleading. Spoilers, by the way. I know I'm spoiling the hell out of this thing, but I don't care. I honestly don't care. If you haven't seen this, it's not on me. Um, I'd give it a 3 out of 5. They could have included Sam at least once, and that would have made a better show for my money. A better movie, a better show. I would have I would have liked to see Olivia Wilde's character more than I did. There was no Bruce Boxleitner, no Tron. Even though the program was still called Tron, there was no actual Tron in this Tron movie. Um, yeah, I would have liked to have seen more of those characters. So, stuff stuff I liked, like I said, the mystery was fun. What did you think? Am I just blowing smoke about this mystery that wasn't even there? Would you have liked to have seen an actual Kingdom Hearts movie over this? Am I wrong that National Treasure wouldn't have been better, and they would have blown that out of the water too, and not in a good way? Would it have done better as a show? What do you think? Should they have just brought back the cartoon? Let me know in the comments. I've been Bob. This has been The Other World according to Bob. She's been Mom. Bob out. Was I a bit too hard on it, Mom? Okay. I'm sure they won't notice.